You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Here's what's making news on this Thursday. At least 75 warning letters have been sent to Madison businesses not complying with the Safer at Home order.
Federal money is being given to Dane County daycare centers closed due to the pandemic.
And a White House employee has tested positive for COVID-19. We'll share the latest from Washington. But first, let's take a look outside. Nice day today. Is that a duck?
Oh, that's a very nice shot. Yep. Oh, and there's Chris. Chris, you shaved your head.
I did. I got tired of the long hair.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, you had long hair.
Yes, it was just time to reset and start over and see if we could get through the rest of this. But the weather has been absolutely beautiful outdoors, folks. It's beautiful out here today, and that's what's going to be the case as we go through the rest of this afternoon and into the evening as well. A couple of high clouds are showing up on the horizon. We're watching those as they slide by, but a lot of the cloud cover is going to be mainly south and west of us, so that should not be a big deal. That's where we're seeing some showers move through parts of southwestern Iowa right now. There was a slight chance of rain tonight in the forecast. We've been able to take that out as we are now fairly confident that this is all going to miss us towards the south and west. So look for another beautiful evening. I would encourage you to get outside if you have the chance to do so. Temperatures are in the 60s right now. In fact, we sit at 62 in Madison, but as we look ahead, those temperatures, they get ready to fall by the wayside. We're at 49 by 10 o'clock, going all the way down towards freezing tonight, and there are more freezing temperatures in the forecast. In fact, tomorrow is going to be downright chilly. So we are going to talk about the alert days and where we stand. How normal is it to see freezing temperatures around this time of the year? I'll be answering those questions closer to 4:30.
All right, put the shorts away, I guess, for a while again. Thank you, Chris. The city of Madison has issued 6 citations and 75 warning letters to businesses and individuals who are not in compliance with the Safer at Home order.
Our Gabriella Becerra joins us live to explain what it means to receive one of those letters. Gabby?
Mark and Susan, this letter is an example of what the city's attorney's office would send to someone for not complying with the Safer at Home order. It states the incident of non-compliance as well as the penalty if they don't comply again in the future. The city's attorney's office says most people have been compliant after hearing from them, but as the weather gets nicer, more people are itching to get out. Public health attorney Marcy Paulson says they're focused on educating offenders before writing citations.
The goal is compliance. It's not to punish people. I mean, the goal of this order is to keep people safe and to stop the spread of the disease, not to impose $200, $500, and $1,000 penalties. That's never been the goal of anyone. It's been the suppression of the disease.
Paulson says they're under the misunderstanding that having anyone who isn't a member of their household over is a violation of the order. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we'll share how much it could cost you if you have a group of 10 people over.
Era reporting live. Gabby, thank you. There continues to be good news in the state's fight against COVID-19. According to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, the percentage of positive cases has gone down for the 4th time in a row. The state needs to see a 14-day downward trend in order to reopen. However, the state has taken a step back in the number of healthcare workers with positive cases. There are now more than 9,300 positive cases of the virus in Wisconsin and 374 deaths. Dane County reported 4 more cases this morning. The tension between public safety and restarting the economy is heating up. A judge in Dallas sentenced hairstylist Shelley Luther to 7 days behind bars for defying state orders. But following a public outcry, Texas Governor Greg Abbott changed his order to remove jail as a punishment for violating restrictions. In Odessa, Texas, a SWAT team raided a bar where armed men gathered in defiance of the shutdown order. And in Oklahoma, 2 McDonald's employees were shot after telling customers the dining area was closed. Oklahoma and Texas are among 28 states seeing a rise in new cases, yet 43 states are at least partially reopened. In the epicenter in New York, the death toll continues to decline.
Things are much better than they were about a week ago.
Thousands of people are now reportedly traveling to Georgia 1 week after that state allowed dine-in restaurants and other businesses to reopen. The Washington Post reports an analysis of smartphone data finds an additional 62,000 visitors arriving there daily, mostly from surrounding states where businesses remain shut.
The Department of Labor says nearly 3.2 million Americans applied for unemployment benefits last week, bringing the number over the past 7 weeks to roughly 33.5 million. Friday, the government releases the monthly jobs report. Analysts predict the unemployment rate will skyrocket to 16%. That's up from the 50-year low of just 5.3% back in February. It's hoped those numbers will fall as more businesses reopen. Congress passed the CARES Act in March, adding an extra $600 to state unemployment benefits. Restaurant owner Joel Reitz is trying to get workers back. He can't exceed 50% capacity because of social distancing, and that means fewer tips for servers and bartenders.
The amount of money that is being offered for unemployment right now, it's a hard decision for some of our employees.
About 1 in 5 American workers has filed for jobless claims since mid-March. On Wall Street, stocks rose despite those grim jobless numbers. The Dow Industrials added 211 points, closing at 23,875. The NASDAQ gained 125, and the S&P 500 was up 32, turning positive for the year.
Could run out of unemployment benefits by October if the pandemic does not ease up. The state has $1.8 billion left in the fund. The Department of Workforce Development officials released that as their worst case scenario this morning. 2 other projections show the fund depleted by January of 2021. We have more on all of this on our website, channel3000.com. President Trump met with Texas Governor Greg Abbott today. He also learned that a White House employee tested positive for COVID-19. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
CBS News has confirmed reports that the White House will not be releasing CDC-drafted guidelines for reopening certain businesses and public spaces. The task force reportedly concerned it conflicts with the president's message of states taking the lead.
We can't be overly prescriptive about any one area. The governors want to be in charge.
CBS News has also learned that senior officials as high up as Attorney General William Barr have tried to dissuade the president from proceeding with a Supreme Court case that could invalidate the Affordable Care Act amid the pandemic.
You would think at the time of the coronavirus there'd be some sensitivity, some empathy.
Justices are scheduled to hear the case this fall. Here at the White House, one of the president's valets, who is also a member of the U.S. military, has tested positive for COVID-19. A spokesman says the president and vice president have since tested negative for the virus.
The president, the vice president, those of us around them routinely are tested routinely.
On Capitol Hill, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy announced the creation of a Republican-led China task force to look at multiple China-related issues, including the origins of the coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan.
There are real concerns, and we want to get to the bottom of it.
Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence and FEMA delivered a batch of personal protective equipment to a Northern Virginia nursing home. The agency is shipping supplies to thousands of other nursing homes around the country. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi also says the full House could return to Washington as soon as next week, but she's awaiting guidance from the Sergeant at Arms and the Capitol physician. When Wisconsin is working again, eventually daycare centers will play a critical role.
But many of them are fighting to survive the pandemic. Eric Franke joins us now with more on a program designed to help them out. Eric?
You know, Mark and Susan, daycare centers, people always say they're expensive in Wisconsin, but even when they are packed full of little ones, they really operate with the thinnest of profit margins, and the COVID-19 pandemic has sent parents home, many children home as well, and as some daycare centers sit idle, they are struggling to survive. Through the Federal CARES Act, the county now is setting up a $3.5 million grant program for roughly 500 Dane County child care providers to offset their revenue losses.
Yeah, this is survival. We need to keep our child care centers viable and ready to reopen as we reopen the economy.
Today, we make the message really clear. We not only need child care programs, we value you, we appreciate you, and we thank you.
Now, the amounts of these grants will range in size from $1,400 to $15,000. They expect some 500 providers countywide to benefit from this money. The only conditions are that the center be licensed and that it can be operable by July 1st or within 30 days after public health declares it safe to be open. Right now, it is estimated that without help, roughly half of all U.S. child care centers may close as a result of the pandemic. Mark, Susan?
Eric, thank you. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says it will be looking into the killing of an unarmed jogger. 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed 2 months ago while jogging through a Brunswick, Georgia neighborhood. According to the police report, Gregory McMichael told investigators he thought Arbery was a burglary suspect after some break-ins in the neighborhood. McMichael and his son Travis chased Arbery with a handgun and a shotgun. Greg McMichael is a former law enforcement officer. Due to conflicts of interest, the case is now on its third prosecutor, who says he will convene a grand jury as soon as the pandemic is over.
We are learning new details about 2 American citizens who are detained in Venezuela. They're accused of being involved in a bizarre and failed plot to overthrow the country's president, Nicolas Maduro. On state-run TV, 34-year-old Luke Denman of Texas appeared to admit his role in an attempt to capture the Venezuelan president, at one point holding up what was purported to be a signed contract. CBS News is unable to verify whether his statements were coerced. Maduro, who has been charged by the U.S. for drug smuggling, used the arrest of Denman and another former U.S. soldier, Arian Berry, to swiftly blame Washington. The U.S. considers Maduro a dictator and has condemned his oppressive regime, but the administration has denied any involvement. Well, still to come at 4, the retail sector has been hit hard by the pandemic.
What will retail look like once the corona crisis subsides? We'll talk with a UW expert about what shopping may look like for all of us when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Kopke's Greenhouse is open and here for you, even during these difficult times. Shop our expansive facility for veggies, herbs, flowers, houseplants, and much more. Kopke's Greenhouse. Stay healthy, stay green.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is a place to relax, be pampered, and revitalize your life. While we're temporarily closed, you can still purchase Needed Relief instant gift cards online. The perfect Mother's Day gift that she or anyone will cherish when we reopen.
It's exactly what I needed.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no 2 pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
These are extraordinary times, and we want to thank the extraordinary people in the healthcare community working to care for all of us. At Novartis, we promise to do our part. As always, we're doing everything we can to help keep Cosentyx accessible and affordable. If you have any questions at all, call us, email us, visit us online. We're here to help support you when you need us. Take care and be well. To learn more, call 1-844-COSENTYX or visit Cosentyx.com.
Instead of going to school every morning, what if school could come to you? Because learning happens anywhere and everywhere. K-12 powered schools provide a tuition-free, full-time, online public school education. It's public school at home. K-12's curriculum is designed to engage students, to challenge them. So visit K12.com today. Tuition-free in Wisconsin.
Kopke's Greenhouse is open and here for you, even during these difficult times. Shop our expansive facility for veggies, herbs, flowers, houseplants, and much more. Kopke's Greenhouse. Stay healthy, stay green.
Welcome back, everyone. The race to find effective coronavirus treatments has led researchers to llamas.
Of course.
Specifically, a 4-year-old llama from Belgium named Winter. Researchers say her antibodies show promise in blocking coronavirus from infecting cells. Researchers have turned to llamas in the past to find promising therapies against similar viruses.
One llama?
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is.
Very interesting. Well, colleges, as you know, moved their classes online after COVID-19 shut down campuses across the country.
But a growing number of students say they're not getting what they paid for. More than 24 class action lawsuits have been filed asking for refunds. Attorney Roy Willey is taking that question to court. His South Carolina firm has filed more than a dozen class action lawsuits asking colleges for partial refunds on tuition.
Universities that I have brought suits against, for the most part, have endowments in the hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. None of my clients have similar financial portfolios.
Now you're just locked in your room in front of a screen, and it's just not the same learning experience. It's not as motivating for the kids either.
Berman, Seattle-based firm is targeting several elite universities, including Brown and George Washington, which charges nearly $30,000 a semester. Mark Schaefer's daughter is a student there, and he's asking for a $4,000 refund, saying the school is charging tuition as if nothing has changed. Well, Neiman Marcus Group announced today it is filing for bankruptcy protection.
It is the first major department store group to do so during the coronavirus pandemic, and experts believe it's going to be a rough road for retailers trying to come out of the pandemic alive.
Earlier this week, we spoke with Jerry O'Brien, the executive director of UW's Kohl's Center for Retailing Excellence, about what the pandemic could change for shoppers.
Well, that's a big question. I think it'll depend on what type of retail we're discussing, but additionally, we can count on it's just going to be a permanent change. There'll be a new normal, I would say.
Do you think for a lot of stores, this situation is just speeding up the inevitable? It seemed like a lot of stores were already sort of on the brink and already struggling before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, I do think we're going to see some stores that didn't go into this in a strong position fail coming out of it. They didn't have the backup or the customer support that they needed going into this, and certainly this isn't going to help anybody get stronger.
How do you think the shopping experience is going to change for customers in the future?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a new approach in general from both the customers and then as the retailers try to support what the customers are asking for. So I think our sales floors will probably reduce. We'll stock less merchandise in front of customers and make it more of a display area. I think grocery stores will continue to see a lot more pickup and delivery than they did prior to the event. So I don't think it'll ever go back to where it was. But I think a lot of the changes could be real positive for the customers because it's going to be very important for a retailer to differentiate themselves and find a way to surprise you to get you to come back.
Yeah, that's true. But what about the struggle to hire staff when this is all over? It's already been difficult with online shopping and how popular that is. How are stores going to be able to rehire a staff?
Well, I think part of it will depend on how quick the rest of the economy bounces back. So obviously our employment's significantly higher than it was before. So we can look at that. The stores are going to have to first convince potential employees that they're a safe place to work. And that's a big concern for a lot of people right now. So there'll be a lot of new processes put into place to make the employees feel that they are protected, that they have the gear and the distancing they need to do their job. I also think there's going to be a separation a bit of employees where we'll have some employees that are much more focused on the customer-facing part and other employees that are much more tasked, like filling those online orders or those pickup orders.
Do you think that the demand will return from customers?
Well, I think we're still going to need things. So we're still going to need food. We're still going to need clothing. So I certainly don't think that, this is the end of that. Having said that, I do think people are reconsidering the amount of consumption and their type of consumption. And I certainly think the environmental and the waste concerns will do nothing but grow.
Well, there are some positives coming out of this, as you pointed out. Are there others that you see in this scenario?
Well, I think that, first off, yes, an awareness of consumption is a positive. I think that the retailers that survive this are going to be so focused on providing an experience to customers to get them back that customers will benefit from that there'll be just a new surge in how can I connect with you in the way you want to be connected with.
Interesting times, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Terry, thanks for being with us today. Great insight, and stay safe.
All right, you too. Thank you very
Terry.
much.
The future's uncertain, that's for sure.
Best of luck to everybody. Yeah.
Well, there's more to come at 4. Do you miss baseball?
Yes, definitely. We'll give you a little bit of a shot of the sport from a little player that's and his dad.
And a very happy dad.
Coming up after Chris's forecast.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
More than 70 years ago, we at Festival Foods began serving this proud state, building strong relationships founded on trust, compassion, and our unwavering commitment to ensuring that you and your family feel at home every time you visit Festival Foods. It's times like these that remind us that family and home are what truly matter most. So we're using this moment just to let you know that Festival Foods is here for you, because family always looks after family. Be safe, Wisconsin.
We're back.
We got our to-go food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup. When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies. I guess there is still cleanup to do.
Take a look at this. Syrian refugees have designed an automatic hand sanitizer dispenser from Legos. The prototype was created at the Innovation Lab at Jordan's Zatari refugee camp. The inventor says he built it to contribute to the global fight against the pandemic and to showcase the talents of refugees. The Lego dispenser even tells you, good job, after you've cleaned your hands.
Oh, that's incredible.
Pretty innovative. And we have an extra take a look to share today.
Oh, this is really cool. A reporter at the CBS station in South Bend, Indiana, captured this incredible video of a great horned owl perched on a branch against the backdrop. Oh, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Of the glowing, that's the flower moon, the supermoon. This happened last night right across the street from the station.
Have you ever seen one of those, a great horned owl?
No, I haven't.
One flew up in my backyard one night, and you can't hear them fly. It's completely silent. And the dogs were out, and they'll go after little dogs.
Really?
But
Oh, boy.
That's a good sight. That's quite a sight.
That is an incredible sight. Now, Chris, will we be able to see the supermoon tonight?
It's possible, but there's going to be a little bit of cloud cover that interferes with that. So that's the one thing that we'll have to be aware of. But I'll tell you what, it'll feel at least somewhat good tonight. And then eventually things will get a little bit chilly. We're talking about that chill in the forecast coming up after this.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It's hard to imagine Madison without Mulayli Chikasa Anana. She was one of the most influential, inspirational, and beloved Madisonians of the last 50 years. She was a social worker, an activist, a business leader, a civic leader, and for nearly 3 decades, the publisher of the essential journal chronicling Madison's African-American community, Umoja. In those pages, Ms. Mulayli, as she was affectionately and respectfully known, celebrated the village and the accomplishments of its residents. It was clearly a labor of love as she was tireless in attendance at seemingly every community event, especially those acknowledging the achievements of African Americans. This was Ms. Mulayli's Madison, and she made it ours as well. Mulayli Chikasa Anana was a colleague, an advisor, a critic, and a friend. She made me a better journalist, and she made Madison a better city. She will simply never be forgotten.
Junk Garden Centers are open to help you start the growing season. For a limited time, get a free bag of raised bed mix with the purchase of 2. Shop now at all 5 Junk Garden Center locations. Get your growing season off to a safe and healthy start with Junk Garden Center.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover PICRAY, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. PICRAY is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take PICRAY if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. PICRAY can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking PICRAY. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about PICRAY.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
Junk Garden Centers are open to help you start the growing season. For a limited time, get a free bag of raised bed mix with the purchase of 2. Shop now at all 5 Junk Garden Center locations. Get your growing season off to a safe and healthy start with Junk Garden Center.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's not something we typically talk about for this time of the year, but nonetheless, we are dealing with freeze warnings and freeze watches in effect over a good portion of not just Wisconsin, but the country as a whole. So everywhere you see in the light blue, that's essentially from Madison and points north, the Dells, Marquette, Westfield, you are looking at a freeze warning. That's in effect from tonight into tomorrow morning. Then the entire area has this dark blue. So this dark blue is underneath the light blue here. This is the freeze watch. That's for tomorrow night and into Saturday morning. And I'll tell you what, as odd as it seems, it's actually not unheard of to be talking about a frost or a freeze for this time of the year. The average date for the last frost is May 8th. And Saturday, oddly enough, will be May 8th. And the latest last frost, that was on June 10th. All the way back in 1972. And then we look back over the last 5 years and you start to work out the numbers, and here's the deal. It's very common to see that last frost sometimes in late April, but even in 2016, that last frost came around May 15th. So this is certainly normal out there, folks, and there are a lot of us dealing with it. You're going all the way from parts of Minnesota and the Dakotas towards Kentucky, Tennessee, and even parts of Georgia and North Carolina. So a lot of folks getting in on some colder air. It's working its way on in right now. This area of high pressure that you see over southern Canada, that will continue to push this front towards the south. That's what's going to help unleash some of that colder air throughout the eastern third of the country. 55 in Wausau right now, Marquette at 37. Then we're at 71 as you work your way over towards St. Louis. But watch this. We talk about this typically in the wintertime. It's called polar vortex. It's that core of the colder air that typically sits over the North Pole. Now, it's May, so it's a modified brand, but that's oddly enough what is on the move into the eastern part of the country. But things begin to modify. Once we get beyond that shot of cooler air earlier next week, watch how the milder temperatures really begin to build in from the west. This is when we start to see that rebound into the summer. But in the meantime, the weather's quiet out there right now. A couple of clouds are working their way on in, but for the most part, we're at 62. Winds are out of the north and northwest at 9, but we're staying mild. Here's what happens as we go through the rest of tonight. Overnight lows go down towards 32. There'll be a couple clouds at times. So if you want to see the moon, I think it's possible, but there's still going to be a little bit of cloud cover out there. 46. That's as warm as we get as we head into tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, we're going right back down into the 20s there. That's why we have the alert days. But even still, some patchy frost is going to be possible all the way until Wednesday morning. Then we see those temperatures rebound in a big way. 69 by Friday, sunshine in low 70s by the time we get you towards next weekend. So it's not all bad news, folks.
That is good news.
Not a great Mother's Day, though.
No, that's true.
And I can tell you what, the rain chance, it won't be a washout.
Oh,
but yeah, it's not going to be the best Mother's Day there.
Chris, you look really good, but this was not your intention. You had a little hair cutting mishap.
Yeah, so I was cutting my hair, which I've done before, and I wanted to go a little bit lower and forgot the guard, so I decided I was going to go with the mature look.
There you go.
You look good.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, during the pandemic, mail carriers, as you know, continue to deliver millions of letters and packages each day.
So a young South Dakota girl wanted to show her appreciation. As teens and tweens text and TikTok, 11-year-old Emerson Weber loves to send colorfully decorated handwritten letters. The 5th grader keeps up with at least a dozen family members and friends by mail and decided to thank her Sioux Falls mail carrier, Doug Scott, with what else? A letter. The next day, Scott and his supervisor wrote back with their appreciation and shared her note in an employee newsletter. Soon, Scott showed up with 2 boxes of letters and packages from other mail carriers.
A lot of them were a lot more personal and told me about their pets, their families.
Emerson quickly got to work responding while her dad, Hugh, shared the tale on Twitter, where it's gone viral. Millions have now seen his post, with the U.S. Postal Service telling CBS News to have people notice the hard work that United States postal employees are doing on a daily basis has been an amazing encouragement. But somehow, the words of an innocent 11-year-old child have touched all of us.
Aw, and that's why a letter is so much more meaningful than a text.
Or a TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever that is. If you've been missing the heartwarming, memorable moments that come with watching live sports, look no further.
A father in Georgia watched his son hit his first over-the-fence home run And his reaction is what you would expect from any proud dad. Jeannie Mose has the story.
It was the home run that hit home, not so much because of the ball going over the fence as for the dad going out of his mind. Corey Willig, himself a former professional baseball player and now instructor, celebrated his son's first home run. Celebrated it for longer than it took 4-year-old Asher to circle the bases.
I was ecstatic because I know how much went into this. I know how many swings he's taken.
During our interview, Asher was the MVP of mugging for the camera, giving us a look in his mouth, at his teeth, even showing a little shoulder. Father and son had spent quarantine time practicing in front of their home. Asher hitting with such gusto, someone wondered, how are the house's windows still intact? The home run happened the same day George's stay-at-home order was lifted.
He had so much energy balled up, and he just wanted to get out there and go.
Asher has plenty of swagger on deck. He likes to tap the plate, and he loves to flip the bat. This baseball prodigy went viral once before. At 22 months, his bat handling got him invited on Jimmy Fallon's show for a hitting contest with A-Rod. A contest that Asher ostensibly won, with A-Rod predicting. Asked to react to his first homer, this slugger of few words pronounced himself happy. His father's pitching as fast. And what he wants to be when he grows up? Acuna. That would be Ronald Acuna Jr., star outfielder of the Atlanta Braves, who applauded Asher's home run with emojis. But watch your back, Acuna. Bombs away! It's bombs away, all right. Even if it's his dad who detonates. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Oh, that's such a great story. And Dad was really throwing it.
Yeah, he was.
Wow, that kid's amazing.
And I agree. How those windows aren't broken in that house. Turn the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was great.
All right, there's more to come at 4. Later on, you'll get a chance to ask your pet questions to our veterinarian, Carrie Donahue.
And then coming up tonight at 5, UW System President Ray Cross is calling for all campuses to prepare for change and possible layoffs as the financial strain caused by the pandemic continues. We'll explain at 5.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah. New customer? What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. It's crazy.
Sure, you're going into signal shock. Just breathe with me. Unlimited data, strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
And now when you switch, you can also get $700 off the latest phones with no trade-in required. Now that's fair. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Grab hold of a legendary DR Field and Brush mower and put it to the test on your property. Get a DR Field and Brush mower and get the job done right.
For your free buyer's guide, call 1-800-450-0342. Free shipping is now in effect. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Online at drfieldbrush.com.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the Healthy Place Apple Wellness, and boy, has this been a rough season. We are here for you. We're open. Our wellness consultants are trained in the top immune, lung, and inflammation supplements that are important right now. We have live chat on our website and same-day delivery for our Dane County residents, so you do not need to leave the house. We support you. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Tonight at 5, a new ad from Open Wisconsin Today is criticizing the governor's safer at home order. We'll have a reality check on the ad. That's coming up tonight at 5.
Widespread frost is likely tonight with a hard freeze possible north of Madison. A hard freeze is possible just about everywhere tomorrow night. I forecast at 5.
And the Department of Workforce Development is planning ahead for its unemployment insurance trust fund to run out as weekly claims are at record highs. We'll have that story for you tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Millions of Americans are following CDC recommendations and wearing face masks to slow the spread of the virus.
But many black people are concerned they could be considered a threat if they cover their face. Jarinka Duncan reports from New York.
He was like, either you show us your ID or you take your face mask off. It's a pandemic.
D'Angelo Jackson and his friend Jermon Best say they were shocked when an officer approached them in an Illinois Walmart back in March. Best says he recorded the moment a Wood River police sergeant followed them out of the store.
He proceeds to tell us that there's a city ordinance that we can't wear masks in a store.
The 2 young men say they were wearing surgical masks as they shopped for cleaning supplies.
We're being asked to leave for being safe.
The Wood River Police Department says it is investigating the incident, and the officer incorrectly informed the men there was a law against wearing masks.
We left the store to keep down confusion because the situation could have went farther than it did.
Best and Jackson say they uploaded the video to social media in an effort to raise awareness about black people who are afraid to wear face coverings during the coronavirus pandemic.
This is a cry for help from our community right here.
Best and Jackson are not alone in their concerns. A Florida doctor says he was profiled in April when he was stopped by police.
I don't know exactly what made him get out of the car and then put handcuffs on me.
Dr. Armin Henderson is an internist at the University of Miami Health System and tests the city's homeless population for coronavirus. He says when he was approached, he was removing bulk trash from his van. You can watch it all play out on Dr. Henderson's home security camera.
We were in front of my property, and then he took me in front of the car and proceeded to belittle me and to yell in my face.
The officer eventually let him go, but Dr. Henderson filed a complaint. Miami Police Chief George Colina released this video response on Twitter saying the department is investigating.
The City of Miami Police Department does not condone or accept profiling of any kind.
Ibram X. Kendi is a professor at American University and the author of the book, How to Be an Anti-Racist. He says the fear of wearing a mask in public, even during a pandemic, is shared by many African Americans.
Black people's perceptions of fear is based on the number of times we ourselves have been racially profiled.
And it's no secret by now that wearing these face masks help prevent the spread of this deadly virus. The CDC recommends that all Americans wear them when they cannot practice social distancing. Jarinka Duncan, CBS News, New York.
And the CDC says masks should fit snugly but comfortably, including multiple layers of fabric, and be secured with ties or ear loops. Well, it's time to get your pet questions answered. Veterinarian Carrie Donahue is standing by, ready to take your calls live.
If you have a question, the number is 270-9933. Dr. Donahue will take your calls when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Through all the world events since 1930, Surgenians has provided high-quality flooring and service to area homes and businesses. Surgenian's showroom is now open. Come in to see the area's largest selection of flooring options.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Spring is in the air. The birds are back, the days are warmer, and spring blossoms are starting to pop. Beautiful, colorful, delicate flowers. This spring, let the outdoor living experts at the Bruce Company help you bring this season to life. Colorful plants, stylish garden art, and the latest trends in outdoor furniture. The Bruce Company has everything you need to start your spring off right. So what's your dream this spring? Find it at the Bruce Company on Parmenter Street in Middleton, your outdoor living experts.
It's best we stay apart for a bit, but you're not alone. We're automatically refunding our customers a portion of their personal auto premiums. Learn more at libertymutual.com/COVID-19.
Is your energy bill shaking you down? Then do like thousands of homeowners. Call us here at Mad City Windows and take advantage of our factory direct window blowout sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. A bonus, you buy 7 or more windows and you get a patio door installed absolutely free. Call now and get a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate, and be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
Hi, this is John Walsh. How do you get help if you can't leave your house and your family can't be with you? With a Jitterbug cell phone, one touch connects you to highly trained 5-star agents. They'll send you the help you need or get a doctor or nurse on the line. Call as often as you like, day or night. And with the Link app, family members will get an alert right on their smartphones that you've contacted 5-star.
Now more affordable with 50% off at Best Buy, Amazon, and GreatCall.com. Also at Rite Aid.
3 couples were married at a drive-in cinema in the German city of Dusseldorf as their guests looked on from inside their cars. The stage was decorated with flowers, and the happy couple separated by the mayor, who performed the ceremony by a plastic window. Friends and relatives honked their horns when the couples were pronounced man and wife. Marriage during a pandemic. You got to do what you got to do, right? Well, it's time to get your pet medical questions answered live.
Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care is with us today, and she has Poppy.
Her personal pet?
Hi, Dr. Donahue. Good to see you.
Oh, it's great to see you guys, too.
You're looking good. So let's get to the calls. We'll start with Julie from Madison. Hi, Julie.
Hi there.
Hi, what's your question?
Well, I have a question about the use of tea tree oil. It's used a lot of times, I've seen now, for skin problems in dogs and other pets. And then again, I've heard of some really bad side effects from it, too. So that's my concern.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, and it is good to be concerned, and I kind of say that across the board with essential oils in general, because they're so powerful, and some of them can be toxic to animals if they lick them or if they ingest them. So I usually recommend staying away from tea tree oil for that reason. It's especially toxic to cats, but certainly dogs can, if they can lick it off themselves, they can get sick from it. So I usually stay away from tea tree oil for pets.
Okay. Good
All
advice.
right, let's go to Tina in Wanakee. Hi, Tina. What's your question?
Hi, I'm a CNA that works at a nursing home, and so far we don't have any positive coronas, but we still have those that are being tested. And I was wondering how I could prevent any of this getting home to my cats, because I got 2 cats. And I know that, there have been cats and a dog that have tested positive for this.
Right. Yeah. You know, this is something, and we're finding out more information on a daily basis about COVID-19 and especially how it relates to our domesticated animals. Because there have been a very few cases of a dog in the United States and the cats that have tested positive. The good news is animals and our pets don't seem to be as affected by it as people, so they're considered dead-end hosts. They can show some upper respiratory signs or GI tract issues, but it's certainly not a severe disease. It's certainly not fatal for animals, and it's not something that they, as far as we know, that they can transmit back to humans. So I usually recommend the biggest thing to do is if your animal is acting sick, talk to your veterinarian, and figure out what diagnostics need to be done to get them, feeling better, and if that testing is something that would be considered. But really right now, the numbers are so low that we're seeing in animals that, kind of the basic precautions we're all following would be the best thing to do.
Yeah, millions and millions of dogs and cats, like 2 or 3 cases. It's a lot of questions still. All right, let's go to Sherry in New Glarus. Hi, Sherry.
Hi. I have a question. I have a 10-year-old female schnauzer that's purebred, and we can't keep her from getting ear infections. I go at least 5-6 times in a year to get medicine for her, and we try trimming. They pull it out at her groomer, and it just comes back sicker than ever.
Are you doing anything just kind of prophylactically, like doing an ear wash once a week, something like that?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a good thing to do. But, really even kind of looking into what might be the underlying cause for those frequent ear infections. Sometimes a food allergy can do it. A lot of dogs are sensitive to corn and wheat, and if you can take those out of the diet, the ear infections get a lot better. Even allergies can be an underlying cause. So maybe, and, even some endocrine issues like thyroid disease or adrenal gland disease. So maybe doing some more testing if you haven't for some of those other possibilities, and then doing the weekly ear washes is a really good idea to do too.
All right, good luck to you. Let's go to David in Madison. Hi, David. What's your question?
Hi, I have a mixed breed dog. It's 3 years old, and it does a lot of random scratching. It will scratch at the sofa, on floors, any random surface you can think of. It just scratches at it, and I don't understand why.
He scratches himself on the surfaces?
No, I think he scratches the surfaces.
It scratches the surface.
He scratches the surface. Okay.
Like he's digging.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Sort of like it's digging. Like it wants, like at a door, like it may run out, but like at the sofa, I don't understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, getting into the minds of these animals is sometimes a challenge, and it might be a behavioral issue. It might be something like anxiety, and that's the reason why your dog is doing that. So, it might be sort of like a compulsive disorder as well. And there are medications that are available for things like that, and maybe talking to your veterinarian about maybe some behavioral modification training or medications or even supplements that might just kind of help to calm them and might help with that behavior.
All right. Yeah, there could be something else going on there. Lots of good questions as usual. We're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. We'll do this again in a month.
Thank you, Poppy. Oh, there she goes. I finally got it.
And Carrie, too.
Yeah, Carrie, great to see you.
You too.
Take care. Be well. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields, anywhere, anytime. Take an online course free and get comfortable with online learning. I'm possible at Herzing. Learn more today.
Let me introduce me.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Now is the time to change your life. Herzing University makes it possible without leaving home. Start studying online and take the first step toward a new career.
I'm possible at Herzing.
As we move into tomorrow, be prepared for a lot cooler temperatures. We're only topping out in the mid and upper 40s, down to the upper 20s for Saturday morning, but then we gradually warm back up. Low 70s return by next weekend.
Kopke's Greenhouse is open and here for you, even during these difficult times. Shop our expansive facility for veggies, herbs, flowers, houseplants, and much more. Kopke's Greenhouse. Stay healthy, stay green.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is a place to relax, be pampered, and revitalize your life. While we're temporarily closed, you can still purchase Needed Relief instant gift cards online. The perfect Mother's Day gift that she or anyone will cherish when we reopen.
It's exactly what I needed.
These are extraordinary times, and we want to thank the extraordinary people in the healthcare community working to care for all of us. At Novartis, we promise to do our part. As always, we're doing everything we can to help keep Cosentyx accessible and affordable. If you have any questions at all, call us, email us, visit us online. We're here to help support you when you need us. Take care and be well. To learn more, call 1-844-COSENTYX or visit Cosentyx.com.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
Kopke's Greenhouse is open and here for you, even during these difficult times. Shop our expansive facility for veggies, herbs, flowers, houseplants, and much more. Kopke's Greenhouse. Stay healthy, stay green.
In today's Final Touch, it will be like Christmas in June for lovers of rock and roll.
A major music artifact sale is taking place next month. Among the items going up for auction is a 1984 blue cloud guitar, custom-made for Prince, that he played in his prime period just after Purple Rain. Is projected to fetch between $100,000 and $200,000. A page of Paul McCartney's handwritten lyrics featuring crossouts, revisions, and earlier drafts in line for the song Maxwell's Silver Hammer from the 1969 album Abbey Road, expected to draw between $200,000 and $300,000. The auction will also have memorabilia from Madonna, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Johnny Cash, Jim Morrison, the Rolling